Hello folks, I am Pankaj Telang. I am a principal research scientist at Stacklock. We used ToolHive internally to develop a MCP server that can be used for searching Stacklock's internal knowledge from various sources like Google Drive, GitHub, and Discord. We deployed this MCP server remotely in a Kubernetes cluster for Stacklock's employees. Today, I will show you how we connect to this MCP server from Cline. Since our MCP server is not exposed via an endpoint URL, I will make use of port forwarding for connecting to this server. So here I will set up the port forwarding where I am pointing my local port 9000 to the remote port 8000 where the MCP server is running. Next, I will configure the MCP server in Cline. So I will go to this MCP servers tab. We'll go to the remote servers. I'll click on edit configuration. As you can see, I already have one MCP server and I will add the knowledge MCP server here. The protocol that is used by the knowledge MCP server is streamable HTTP and the URL is pointing to the port 9000 on my local machine. So I'm going to go ahead and save this configuration and let's go to the installed tab. So here you can see for the knowledge MCP server, the green status here means that Cline has connected to the MCP server. If I expand the knowledge MCP server, I can see the tool called search Stacklock knowledge, which is the tool available in the MCP server. There are three parameters: query, cutoff, date, and source. So suppose I am developing a new MCP server and I would like to deploy it in Kubernetes using ToolHive operator. So what we will do is we will ask Cline to generate the Kubernetes file for this MCP server using the internal knowledge as context. So let me copy paste a prompt that I created. The prompt is asking Cline to generate the deployment YAML file, and it is asking Cline to make use of Stacklock Google Drive documentation from last month on ToolHive Kubernetes operator. And I'm also specifying today's date because the model does not know the current date. So let me run this prompt. So as you can see, Cline is reading various code files and now it is invoking the knowledge MCP server search Stacklock knowledge tool. It is passing the query to ToolHive Kubernetes operator deployment YAML with the cutoff date, which is 1 month from today. And it is passing the source as Google Drive. So if I approve this, it gets the response. It is making a more specific search using the same MCP server. And now Cline is saying that it found the documentation on the Kubernetes operator. So at this point, it is generating the Kubernetes YAML file. So on the right here, you can see the entire YAML file for deploying this MCP server getting generated with all the different options in the YAML file. So in summary, what I showed you is how MCP servers can connect your AI assistants with the private knowledge and documents that you might have without you having to dig through millions of documents by hand. So that is all. I hope you found this useful. Thanks for watching.